Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
It's complete? You're not buying anymore?
Oh, Go ahead. Introduce us. I'll wait.
You got it.
I can go all day.
No, you can't.
That's true. Please.
Hey guys, it's Mr. and Mrs. X today.
Oh my God, that was scary. You want me to take over?
Do it.
I love you.
No, you don't.
I love you like the wind blows.
So
Did you just say I don't love you? That's hurtful. I was talking to this alien statue behind you.
I know.
Hey guys, welcome to the Extreme Channel. As Mrs. X alluded, we're the X's. We are both all about extreme collectibles. Me and her.
Really?
Really.
That's brand new information.
With a TV sitcom, you get a point. So we have another piece for Mrs. X. That's right, it's really exciting. Guess what? Today is actually Mrs. X's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Not really. Her birthday was yesterday,
Really?
but we filmed stuff in advance. And we're filming this like 3 weeks in advance. So happy birthday.
Thanks!
Yeah, in case I forget it. Because we will not be in the country when it's her birthday. And last time we were out of the country during her birthday last year, it was my birthday, and we both forgot it was my birthday.
It happens.
Yep. So we decided to get her, or I decided to get her a birthday gift. I'm not only taking her out of the country, but I'm giving her a third statue in the J. Scott Campbell Disney print. Are they princesses?
I would say so.
Well, Alice in Wonderland isn't a princess.
Alice isn't.
So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Mrs. X, she got her first statue, which was Tinkerbell, and you can check out that review right here. And then shortly after, I actually bought her another one, which is just kind of scary. So remember how we were talking about how stacked Alice in Wonderland was?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, 12-year-old, that's scary?
Yeah.
Apparently she's 7.
Oh.
Yeah, so even worse. But you can check that review out right here.
She looks like she's 7.
Not really. That's so disturbing on so many levels. But I think Ariel at least is an adult, right? The Little Mermaid?
I think so.
Yeah, at least you know, at least legal. Count down to legal, 18.
Probably.
So we won't feel as bad if we have some of those. Well, I didn't have any of those feelings towards Alice, but in case any of you viewers do. So today we have, I think this may have been the second one they released, but it's the third to our collection. It is the Little Mermaid by Sideshow Collectibles, J. Scott Campbell. We once again got it by our trusted friends at Comic Concepts. This is not only my third purchase from them of stuff that have arrived, but actually, if you caught the video a few days ago on Halloween, I actually PO'd a bunch of crap through them. But let's get to the unboxing, shall we?
We shall.
And when I say we, it's kind of like when I say we need to do this or we need to go to UPS.
Oh, that means me.
You.
I have to go to UPS.
Go ahead. You have to go
Surprise.
tomorrow, by the way.
Pull that box.
Yes, ma'am. You should take that kind of authority in the bedroom. Is that the top?
I believe so.
See, it's awkward because you're left-handed.
No, it's not. It's normal.
Are you sure it's the top? Does it say top?
None of these have top on them.
Yeah, they usually do. See the stickers the other way?
Well, considering this seems really light on this side, the other side seems really
See if
heavy.
it says top on the other side. See, I'm betting that's the top because it has their logo on it.
I don't know.
Rocket science thinking. Told you.
Well, when you open up like 500 of these, I'd hope you know.
I haven't. Oh, well, yeah, I probably have.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. We got the base here.
So, interesting fact about this piece, they actually made it in multiple variants. Variants are usually when they change something on the statue. In this particular case, it was color, and We'll look at stuff like that later. This is the only one that's currently available, and I figured they're all very similar. Did they forget her tail?
No, her tail's right there.
Is she topless?
I believe she is. You want to check that out?
Number 3 would love that.
Yeah.
Our 8-year-old is really into front cracks, as he calls them right now. Front cracks. I think our 12-year-old is too, but he hides it better.
He hides it a lot better.
Oh,
Yeah,
very.
yeah.
You didn't even need instructions.
I know, look at that. See, I could have done this one first, see?
By the way, people have been asking me to have you assemble a very complicated statue without instructions.
Of course, I'll give it a whirlsy.
You're going to do our next Transformers piece.
Nice. I'll be great at it.
Remember how long Shockwave took? I mean, you didn't help with it
You're
other
right, I
than the
didn't.
beginning, so. All right, all done?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the review.
There she is.
So as I said earlier, this is by Sideshow Collectibles. They produced and manufactured it. It's J. Scott Campbell's vision of Disney princesses or female Disney characters. And this one is kind of complicated because, like I said, there's some variants. So I don't know which one came first, but they have 3 different versions of these. And they all have between like 1,200 and 2,000 edition size, or ES. This one is 1,500. But here's the first one right here. And again, I don't know if this is the first one that came out, but it is sold out. Then here's another one. And again, I don't know if this is the first or the second one. And now they currently have this one right here. So I picked it up because it was available. As I said, I got it for Comic Concepts. They're typically much cheaper than Sideshow. And the customer service is fantastic. But now we own all that have been released.
Nice.
And you actually did make a spot for these, right?
I did.
While I was out of town last week. Okay,
Yeah.
so I got to check that out. Is there room for her?
Yes.
Perfect. Will there be room for the next one? Do you know what the next one is?
No.
Okay, so I did order that one for you too, but it doesn't come out for about 6 months.
Oh.
And I think it'll be your favorite, actually.
Belle?
No.
Oh.
So it's not your favorite character, but I think it'll be your favorite
Okay.
statue. Because arguably, this is probably your second favorite Disney movie, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, this is not directly from The Little Mermaid. It's an adaptation of the character of Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I do like the Little Mermaid ride at Disney, do you?
Oh, yeah, that is fun.
It's about as fun as going around in circles
Yeah.
on this right here.
Exactly.
So we're going to dive into the review today. Mrs. X is going to see how she does. And for the record, we did clarify the difference between concept... Oh, we didn't do that yet.
We didn't.
All right, I need to pause the video, and then we're going to clarify it. All right, so I think we're ready for concept. We're going to talk about the concept of this piece, or Mrs. X is, and then I'll correct her when she's wrong. Kind of like everything else.
Exactly. Usually I correct you, though,
All the time.
Exactly.
Even when I'm right.
when you're wrong.
You know, the biggest marriage fights are about little things like this happened 17 years ago, and we will fight about it, and then we'll get so mad because we're both sure we're right, and then we won't talk for like years.
And then we'll find out that I was really right.
So if you're not married yet, or you're thinking about, taking the suicide plunge, then I gotta let you know, eventually just tell them, yes, you're right. It's so much easier. Did you like the burgers I made last night?
Yeah, they were okay.
You're right. They were just okay. They were unbelievable. I got a new smoker.
Yeah, I don't like the smoke.
I don't like to smoke either, but
It's good. You shouldn't smoke. It's not good for you.
it's true. Lung
I
cancer.
know.
Although Walter White in the Breaking Bad we're watching right now, he hadn't smoked a cigarette, and he got lung cancer.
Well, he might have been around people who do smoke.
And now his pregnant wife is smoking.
Maybe she gave it to him.
She's probably been a closet smoker the whole time.
Maybe she's been smoking in front of him this whole time.
We should do these in-depth analysis breakdowns of movies and shows.
I know, right?
We'll think about it.
Okay.
All right, so let's do the concept. Go ahead.
So, Little Mermaid here is on what I was informed of, a museum-style base.
Sub-base.
Sub-base, sorry. She looks like she's coming out of the water and resting on a rock. Her tail is sticking out of the water along with her legs.
She doesn't have legs.
Well, where you would have legs.
Okay,
so
where-
her knees would be in
Her
the
ass.
water. No, her knees would be in the water.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so just her knee area.
All right, got it.
And then the rest of her is above the water. I don't know what she's looking at, man.
She's looking at me.
Maybe
I'm
she
sexy.
is.
Yeah.
She's resting on a rock, like I said, with some jewelry on. And looks like she's wearing a necklace, and that's it. And she looks like she's looking at maybe something over in the water. Maybe it's something new. Maybe it's like some new jewelry that was in the water that she found. I don't know.
So yeah, I agree. She's like a temptress, you know. And mermaids traditionally have that. They supposedly try and tempt man or seduce men, and she looks like she's in a seduction pose, just like all the other ones. And because this one has a lot less lack of clothing, it's almost a little bit more risque, is what I would say.
Very risque.
Yep. So I like what they did. You know, they showed part of her in the water. It's got kind of this. The other ones didn't have this type of museum base though.
No.
And as you guys, if you follow the channel, you know I'm not a fan of that, and I don't think you are either.
No.
Are you? Yeah,
I like the other ones better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wish they would have just done water down the sides.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a cool way to do that, even though that there would probably been more breakage issues. Very neat. So scale 1 to 5. What would you give it?
4.
4 out of 5 on the concept.
Yeah.
So design, they obviously saw the assembly of it, but what other things do we cover for design?
Well, let's look at the dimensions. So we have, I'd say the base is 10 by 6.
Okay.
And she is,
I think her head is higher.
it's 10 inches tall.
Everything fit together really well?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, the magnets seem strong. They fit together really well. There was, 2 pieces besides the base. They went in great.
Yeah, so are you going to post a picture of what all 3 of these look like on the Extreme Channel Facebook page?
Oh, you want me to?
Well, I don't want to run upstairs and get the other ones right now.
Oh, gotcha.
So let's do that. So there's an Extreme Channel Facebook page. Go ahead and check that out and like it. Also, the box was a little more simpler box than the other ones.
Yeah, I like it.
So they didn't have a picture of the actual character
Correct,
like the
yeah.
other ones did. So this may have been the first piece. I don't know. I thought Tinkerbell was the first one. So throw that in the comments below if you actually know which one was the first piece that came out. Anything else with design?
Yeah.
So one thing with her is I think you have a few different display options. You can display her like this, where you're seeing her front crack, or like that, where you're seeing the whole thing from the side. You can see her ass in the air. Or that's probably the best display right there.
I agree.
But yeah, so a number of display options. You're not really limited like some of the other pieces were. But scale 1 through 5, what would you give it for a design?
I'd give it a 4. Yeah. Maybe 5. Let's do 5. Yeah. Everything went together really well. Yeah, 5.
5 it is.
Yep.
Shouldn't be a 5 because it's not that complicated. All right, now that's for like really elaborate pieces, like you see some of my.
I don't know. It's a 4 then.
You're not new at this. This is your 3rd time.
I know.
You should be a pro by now.
And they're all the ones I've put together are very similar.
You're so gonna put together Devastator Transformer.
That's
when it
fine.
comes.
I'll do it.
It's like 4
Taller
feet
than
tall.
me?
Probably is midget. So I'm sorry if you're a midget. I know that's a derogatory word. You're supposed to be called a little person or dwarf. Dwarf is derogatory too, I think.
I don't know.
Although Gimli didn't mind it. Do you know who Gimli is?
Nope.
Then why'd you laugh? You just supporting my jokes? Have you been fake laughing at my jokes for 20 years?
Probably.
Some people. You were just after it for my money. When you found out that I made $27,000 a year when we first met, you're like, oh. All right.
Reel him in.
So we're gonna used good bait. We're gonna go to paint and sculpt now. So go ahead and talk about the paint and sculpt, and keep in mind your ums.
Paint and sculpt are together?
Yeah, I just do them together.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's better to do 2 things at the same time.
Cool.
2 chicks at the same time, man.
So the base is black. I think it would look nicer if it had maybe even just like a waterfall edge on the side, maybe to give it a little more color. I think that would make it maybe 1 step better. The water does look good. It looks like the coloring of the water looks like shallow water. Obviously, her knees are in the water, or just her knees are in the water. So the rock looks very nice. Has some texture on it. Looks like she has some fingernail polish on, so to give it a little extra color added. It's the little pink fingernail polish. She has good color. 5 rings on her fingers, some bangles and bracelets, all painted very nicely, very detailed, the bracelets and rings are. Her tail is pink and it has like a pattern on it, like cross pattern, I guess I would call it. It looks very nice. I like the color of the pink that they chose. The tail is like a translucent color. You can see your hand through it. It actually looks really nice. I like that. Her skin tone is very nice. It's kind of what I would think of Little Mermaid, kind of a more pale color instead of, even though she is in the ocean, you would think she would have darker colored skin, but this is her normal color on the movies. She does have a necklace on that has some seashells in them. They're painted very nicely. And then she looks like she has 3 different necklaces on. She has like an armband, bracelet way up high on her upper arm. That's gold. That's painted very nicely. She's also wearing a long dangly earring. Her eyes are green. And with a little bit of eyeshadow. Her hair is light brown color.
Just get it out of your system. Go,
Her hair is, I would call it blonde or light brown.
Yeah, and I think we saw that with a lot of the other pieces, so
Correct.
It's no surprise. I'm guessing they're using the same sculptor for all of these. I think honestly, the big opportunity on this piece is the front crack. It almost looks like the print wasn't that great. I mean, she really, man, she had a couple surgeries there for sure. Or she used to weigh, 600 pounds.
Maybe.
Lost it all but that. So if you had to grade the paint 1 through 5, what would you give it?
The paint, I'd give the paint a 5.
5 out of 5 on the paint, that's an X. What about the sculpt of the piece?
I'd give it a 4.
So it is a 4 out of 5 on the sculpt. Now, value for this piece. She retails at $300. Like I said, you could get it cheaper through some other methods like Comic Concepts. What would you say for value? They made, with all the variants, they made, I think, over 4,000 of these, so quite a few.
That's a lot.
But Disney is a big market.
Correct.
And
I think she's more of a well-known piece compared to the other.
But they really went over-sexualized on her, so
I agree.
I think that limits your audience because you're not going to buy this for a 10-year-old daughter.
Correct.
Should we ask our daughter what she thinks?
You could if you want to.
Do you think 3's going to be staring at the front crack?
Yeah, 3's going to really appreciate the front crack.
So value on this piece, let's get back to that. What do you think the value should be on a scale 1 to 5?
I would say 3 or 4 since there's so many made.
So usually when I'm stuck between 2 of them, I go with the lower score.
Okay.
So 3 it is.
3, okay.
It's very good, but it's not amazing. What's interesting is we haven't gone to Disney this year because of, coronavirus. But I bet you they sell these at Disney. I bet
Maybe.
you. But they're probably twice the price.
Yeah.
So last overall, what's the X factor on this? Is this a 5 out of 5 statue? What do you think?
I wouldn't say 5 out of 5.
Okay, so overall score, what would you give this?
I would say 4.
So 4 out of 5. Now here's the real important question is, which one do you like? How would you rank them, the ones you've got so far?
I'm trying to think. I actually like all of them. I would say...
If you had to get rid of one, which one would you get rid of?
I would say Alice just because of...
least attachment to the character.
Correct.
See? We're like this.
Yeah, like this.
This. Man, you have a small pinky. I think that's the first time we've ever done like a pinky swear.
I think so. Mine, I just have a small...
Look, you cut me.
No, I didn't.
With your nails.
I know.
Yeah, your
This
cocaine nails.
This one is kind of sharp.
Okay, so Alice is your least favorite because
Uh-huh.
of your attachment to the character. Then between this and Tink, which one do you like better?
I think I like Tink better.
I agree. I think you're kind of torn because you like the character Little Mermaid
Correct.
better than Tink. But,
Yeah.
But the statue of Tink is their best one so far,
Correct.
I think. But I think that'll be beat by their next one that comes out next year. So, if you enjoyed this kind of stuff, Mrs. X makes a weekly appearance or so on the show. So make sure to hit that Mr. X logo and subscribe to the channel. Check out some of these other pieces from Sideshow Collectibles. But until tomorrow, because we do drop daily content, have a good time and go touch some statues.